We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
You look at this Raiders defense,
and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Oh, he sheds himself free.
Still on his feet. Inside the 20, Nick Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nick Chubb, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at him, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Watson off play action. Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me. On offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Chubb on the counter.
He's got it to the 43 here. The Browns at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
You look at this Raiders defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. They'll run right here with Jacobs.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Credit that sack to Siaki Ika.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Cooper's first catch, and good for a 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Bell brings it in across the formation.
And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On first down, Watson. And that's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's Watson now on second down. Completes it to Hardman. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
They go with Jacobs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give him good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Smith on third down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Another good reception there, and the Browns on the march.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
Here's Smith.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
This caught out left by Bell.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead they're going. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Back to throw, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The final shot before the break, Watson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Albert Rosa set to kick off.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over first half again at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion left, Hardman. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 42-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Counter play with Jacobs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff, but this is going to go the other way. A reverse. Fighting through. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Now Watson going to change the look here. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, We don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
Check 58.
And again, it's Chubb. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Geno. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Rosas' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mecole Hardman, 57 yards. And the Raiders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They run it again with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Hardman on the return.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they
evades the tackler, and now some space.
Down the sideline he goes. Nick Chubb.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought...
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by
Oh, no, he lost the football. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right call. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Jenkins. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Myers in motion right.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
95 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To throw is Watson. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down. 8 yards to go.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling.
It's now 2nd and 6.
He's back to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Smith to throw. Throw complete to Bell.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone.
Some strong running at the 20.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. This is 1st and 10. To throw, Watson. Finding Hardman.
What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do, and think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Watson.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now Watson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Watson to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late